Welcome to all of you. We will see and understand and write down a 4-mark question from the point of view as well as a greater knowledge in calculating national income in 3 different ways. How can be seen in a simple example, that is circular flow of income or money. The question would be, how to calculate national income? We can calculate in 3 methods, we can state it. But how these 3 methods come for the calculation of same income can be explained in the end of the video, but this will be helpful in knowing the various sectors in the economy. But here in this question, and also for you as a second PU, only 2 sectors have been taken to explain the circular flow of income of economy. Without delay, we will start the meaning of circular flow of income of the economy. Circular flow refers to continuous cyclical flow of money income and also simultaneous flow of goods and services, various factors among the different sectors of household and firm of an economy. Different sectors are household and firms of an economy. So you can see on the picture, it is a cyclical flow, continuous flow. You can see from right, that is firm, on your left, the household. From left to right, there is an arrow mark, that is a flow of factors. And from right to left, there is outermost circle, that is goods and services are moving. And on the inner circle, that is the consumers are making expenditure for their goods. Same way, from the firms, the household receiving income. So it is a continuous move that is happening, circular flow, a continuous circle is happening. A continuous cycle flow of money income inside, and also simultaneously at the same time flow of goods and services, and also flow of various factors among the different sectors, flow of various factors between various sectors. That is sector 1, household and firm. So goods are also moving from one sector to another sector. Factors are also moving from one sector to another sector. And the money also is moving from one sector to another sector of the economy. It's called as circular flow, which gives a complete details about the circular flow of income of an economy. But we will take into little more detail because it is explained. Flow of money is aggregative. When we calculate national income, it is a flow of entire income is in the form of aggregate value of goods and services. It is called as revenue, as well as the factor payment, or it is called as expenditure of goods, or expenditure on goods and services in the entire economy. The flow of money is in 2 ways. Aggregate value of goods and services is called as the flow. See, when you sell the goods from the firm to the household, when you sell goods, it is the aggregate money that is coming as a revenue to the firms. Now, next, when the household makes expenditure for their consumption of goods and services, the entire money that from household goes to the firms. And the firms use the factors and make a payment in the form of rent, wages and interest. The money flows from the firms to the household. So the flow is happening in the form of 3 ways. One is aggregate value of goods and services in the form of revenue to the firms, as well as the factors payment, that is income to the factors, as well as the factors making expenditure, and as well as it goes as an income to the firm. It happens in the economy. The flow of money here is in a circular in nature and it moves in a circular motion. The flow of money is in a circular motion, which means it is never ending, or it is a continuous, or meaning to say, the money moves from the movement of the circle back to the starting point. The money moves from starting point to the ending point, or from ending point to the starting point, from front to back or back to front. The money flows. Therefore, it has neither end nor beginning, neither has end. So with that, we will understand the circle. We have understood the circular flow of money. So this is based on 8 assumptions. I have made it. First assumption, how many sectors are there? Only 2 sectors economy. That is, one household on your left and the right, the firms. Households are the consumers and the firms are the producers. Households owns the factors and also supplies the factors like land, labor, capital, organization to the firms and receives payment or as income in the form of rent, wages, interest for their factors, as well as profits for their factors. They receive as income. The household spend the entire income. Remember, here no savings will be there because no bank is there. The households spend their entire income on the consumption of goods and services produced by the firm. Whatever they get income is completely spent on the goods and services which are produced by the firms. That shows the households will not keep anything as savings. And secondly, there is no financial sector here. If there is a financial sector, saving would have been there. Both the firms and household would have financial transaction with the financial sector. There is no financial sector there. There is no government also. The government is not controlling any economic activities here. I will see as another assumption. Here, there is no exports and imports. Complete goods are sold to the household. All the goods are produced by the firms are completely sold to the household and completely purchased by the households. Means complete income of the household is spent and there is no inventories. We will further discuss on that. There is no leftover part. Whatever is produced in this year is completely sold out in this year. The firms purchases or hires the factors from the household and makes payment to the household which is incurred as a cost to the firms. So factors are purchased by the firms and they make payment. Therefore, it is an expenditure to the firm is called as cost. The fifth one, the firms sells goods and services to the household. You see, the firms produces goods and services and supplies to the household. And these households makes an expenditure and they make payment to the goods and services and the firms receive the revenue for selling their goods and services. Economy is a closed economy, we will call, or it is also called a simple economy because only 2 sectors are there. There is no savings because there is no banking sector, no external trade, neither imports or exports, nor government as a sector to regulate or control economic activities. 6th is a major to understand. 7th, expenditure incurred by the households are implies as an income or a revenue to the firms. Expenditure made by the household is an expenditure. Money is flowing from household to the firms as in the form of expenditure. It is a revenue to the firm. Whereas expenditure made by the firm is an income to the factors or to the households. Expenditure incurred by the firm implies income or expenditure to the household. So income that is spent will be spent. So the inner circle, the outer circle you see, that is households are selling their services or factors of production in the form of land, labor, capital, and goods and services, the outermost circle of them. See, there are 2 circles. In the previous example, if you see, The two circles will be there. Outer circle, the selling of factors and selling of goods between the households and the firms. I'm drawing it here. And the producing firms are selling, or producing sector is selling goods and services to the household. This is outermost circle. This is called as the real flow. Very simple. What is real flow? Is households selling the services as a factors of production, land, labor, capital, enterprises. And the production unit, that is firms or production sector, selling goods and services to the household, is called as real flow, or it is also called as outermost circle or external circle flow. The internal circle flow, you can see, that is, firms are making payments to the household for their factors as rent, wages, interest and profits, whereas household is receiving that income and spending on the goods and services for which they make consumption expenditure. They spend on the goods and services. That is received as income to the firms. That is called as inner flow, or as well as it is called as money flow. Inner circle flow or money flow. Because what flows from the firms to the household is a factors payment, that is in the form of money. From household, it goes to the firms as a consumption expenditure on goods and services. That is also goes in the form of money. So therefore it is called as inner flow or money flow. So 1 mark question is clear, I suppose. So in this way, production generates factors income, which is converted into expenditure. Thus, production is continuous activity, since unlimited wants leading to continuous consumption. Finally, I'm coming to a conclusion. This is the way. Why it is continuous? Because wants are unlimited. The firms have to produce again and again. To satisfy the wants, human beings have to earn income. For that, they render their service to the firms in the form of factors. And these firms will produce goods and services to satisfy human household wants. So it is a continuous. In this way, production generates factors income. Production generates factors income, which is converted, factors income is converted into expenditure. Thus, production is a continuous activity, since unlimited wants leading to continuous consumption. So how does it help in calculation of national income? You see, this is made the flow of income in a circular motion. First, I'm calling A is the real flow. The goods and services are moving from firm to the household. The goods and services, all the goods and services produced by the firm and moving to the household is one. And the next one, B, is the factor payment made by the firm to the household. And C, the factor service is indicating the real flow. We will take and explain them a little more detailedly. A is measured the national income. Point A measures the national income by adding all the factors payments, known as income method. All the income received by all the factors in the form of rent, wages, interest and profits. Summarizing or summing up or adding up all of them or aggregating all the national factors income is called as calculation of national income by income method. B. It is point B, measuring of national income by adding or sum total of all the household expenditure on the goods and services produced by the firms. or expenditure made by the household on the goods and services is called as calculation of national income from expenditure point of view. Now, all the households are receiving income. That is one method of calculating national income. All these households spend complete their income on the goods and services, means you calculate their expenditure, and their expenditure will be is equals to income. Therefore, income or national income can also be calculated by calculating all the expenditure of the households. That is B. Point C. You can see all the goods and services produced in the country at market prices from product method side or from production side. So point C measures national income by adding the sum total or aggregating of all the final goods and services produced by the firms and supplied to the household at market price is known as calculation of national income by product method or production method. With this, we are ending the video. I suppose this much sufficient to write down for 4 marks. This drawing 1 would be sufficient. The first drawing would be sufficient in writing in the notes.